It's Week 18 of the 2027 season, and we'll see this team's versatile linebacker, who enters this game with 69 tackles this season. Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one, and it comes
Welcome in,
way.
everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. The regular season ends here. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Long road to get here, but now we are here. The season finale. Playoffs begin next Saturday, so it's time for one last regular season kickoff.
In Week 18, it could just be so tricky, can't it, Mike? I mean, on one side, you got teams that have the playoffs wrapped up. So Week 18, it's a chance potentially to rest some starters or maybe get them out of the game early and get geared up for next week and the start of the playoffs. You got some teams that are fighting for their lives. They need to win Week 18.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his third year in the league.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games, and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity, but the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete. Now a timeout called by the defense. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
We're all set to kick this one away. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. This fielded inside the 35. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll get this out to his running back. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he'll get 4 on this one. Down inside the 40-yard line now. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. 3rd and 6. He'll drop the throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. 12 yards on that hookup. And that will be a 1st down.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot. Your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
The visitors' offense going to take over now for the second time. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Thrown left side. The catch is made. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage across the 50 to the 48.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. He'll look to throw. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing now on 1st and 10. That is caught. What a throw.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
The extra point is up and through. And the visitors move out to a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And this is where we stand. Final weekend of the regular season is upon us, and we'll know the brackets and the seedings for the post. Now a loose football, and it's recovered by one of his teammates.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Second down and 3. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet inbounds. Here's 1st and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's a close game early on. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Third and 5. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll look to throw yet again. He pulls it in around the 5. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. They'll look to throw again. That is caught. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. They'll try to run this one in. And he will dive into the end zone. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The PAT, up and good. And his guys are on top. It's now 10-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's given defenses across the league a lot to think about when they try to game plan for him. Consider he's currently 2nd in the NFL in quarterback rushing yards. He'll let one go down the middle. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Tight end going in motion here. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. That's into traffic, but taken in. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards. The tight end motioning left here. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
And he's going to be taken down.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Back to the air one more time. That is caught by the tight end. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. They'll send a tight end in motion. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And that'll keep the drive going. He's got the first down. Up past the 40-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. He'll drop to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I continue in just a moment. Looking to convert for the 3rd time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Now they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They bring a tight end in motion left. Back to throw. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
So on 4th down, they'll call out the field goal unit. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And his guys are back within a point. It's 14-13.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Up the middle they go. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Now on 3rd and 2, he's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands.
So the sideline saves the turnover, but now this brings up 4th down. So, Mike, after dodging a bullet there, and you say, okay, we got away with one there, it's 4th down. How aggressive do I want?
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. He'll look to throw. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Just seems like the quarterback and the wide receiver just aren't quite on the same page. That's a throw we've seen them make time and time again throughout the year, and on this one, just a little bit off.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And showing a little versatility as he takes this one forward up to the 34, a pickup of 9. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Halftime here on this final weekend of the NFL regular season as we send you to our studios in Orlando. And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. Here comes a return from the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here, right up there among the NFL leaders in touchdown passes. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Putting the tight end in motion. On 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Throwing now from the gun. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. This team's offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of...
That's over the middle and intercepted.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 31 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's 1st and goal. Quick throw, taken in. And a good job to make sure he didn't get loose. Brought down around the 7. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. So now, with the lead up to 5, they're going to go for 2 and try to extend it out to 7. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets in for the 2-point conversion. And the lead bumps up to 7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So now this team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. 3rd and a yard. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. It's a gain of 10 yards. That's enough for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. Blitz coming, he'll throw it, and that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. That's caught, left side, it's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. That one incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
One of the tight ends motions right. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They have converted twice on 3rd down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. Open Open man, right side. He's got it. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. Here's a run. A dive, and he's in. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. There's that man again. Another catch. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll throw out of the gun. Finding room at midfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. He'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. You have a tight end motioning left here. Oh, he just does beat the play clock as he'll set up to throw. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. His 8th reception of the game, and good for a 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
2nd and 11. They bring a tight end in motion left. They'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. And what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones. And if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now, a big spot coming here. This to take the lead here in the 4th. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Quickly to the outside and complete.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for line.
The pass rush gets home and he goes down.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. They're all set to punt this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. But this is taken in by a teammate. 2nd and 7. They send the tight end in motion. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Throw across his body is complete. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. On 2nd down, they run the counter. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the visitors are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Room to run inside the 40. A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he will score. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go. And that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike. And now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Extra point try forthcoming. It's up and through. And the visitors have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. The return starts from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. This offense and their wide receiver heading back onto the field. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. Quick throw here is complete. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2nd and a yard. Now, faking the give. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught! And he will go all the way.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field. And after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
The extra point is good. And his guys go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Quick throw, taken in. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Now a give up the middle. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down. Back to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Big play here. Crowd on their feet for 3rd and 4. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
He banged this one, and he's got it. Gets it from long distance. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. They'll motion a tight end right. Back to the air one more time. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll run here. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Big play in the game right here. It's 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground. And he's going to be taken down, and that will do it. 4 quarters, no winner. Let's keep going. We're off to overtime. So, overtime coming up. Not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets 1 possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. His drive will start on the ground. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to about the 29. 2nd down and 8. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. give on the ground, and he'll weave his way down close to that first down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be third down and short. They'll stick with him again. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
We're about ready now for the punt. And he's on for a big one here in overtime. And now a big mistake here. Opening kickoff of overtime goes out of bounds, so the first drive will begin at the 40. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
There's that man again. Another catch. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. On play action, he'll set up the throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's into traffic, but taken in. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Receiver in motion. Going right. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
Right back to him on first down. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. Greg and I back to search for a winner after this. On 3rd down, they'll try to get it on the ground. Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. As he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Tight end going in motion here. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll get about 6 before down and 4. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This one to win it in overtime. That's long enough, and it's good! On target from long range. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They finish off the regular season in grand style. They are division champions. They'll get a home game next weekend in the wild card round of the NFL playoffs. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.